Well, hello, Stampers, and happy Wednesday to you. I'm actually on a minute early. I'm so proud of myself. I have to move my keyboard though. There's things that are in the way. It's amazing how much space you need um, when you're doing this kind of thing. Anyway, the reason I started stamping through my stash and wanting to share it with you is that I know that if you're anything like me, you have a few stamp sets on your shelf or on your desk or in a box that you haven't used yet. And so today I thought, which stamp set am I going to ink up that hasn't seen ink yet? And I was in the mood for flowering rain boots. So let's have a look. I have not made a card with it at all. What I did do is I stamped some images and die cut them because I really hate die cutting in a video. Um, if any of you want to have a special video just on how the die cutting machine works, let me know and I'll do a video with just that. Then I can probably handle it. It's a fantastic machine, but I prefer stamping on video and not cutting. So here we go. Let's see. All right. So here is actually I can move my mouse pad, although it is super cute, isn't it? I think that we are going to do a draw for this mouse pad. Okay, not this time because I didn't give enough chances. Well, maybe this time too. Why not? What the heck? If you comment either on YouTube or on Facebook on this live video, your name will go in a draw for this mouse pad because I think it's absolutely beautiful. So good luck. Okay, so that's that. We'll move it out of the way. And if you really want to be kind, then you can share this video as well because the more people that see my videos, hopefully, the better my business will be. So here's Flowering Rain Boots, which is a fantastic set. I don't know about you guys, but I love rain boots. They just make me happy, especially when I found out that you can, if you wear thick winter socks inside rain boots, you can wear them in the winter and they're warm enough. At least my hunter boots are. And you're probably thinking, hunter boots? Like, what kind of diva are you? Well, I got them for a super good deal. I think I paid 50 bucks for them. So anyway, brand new red boots. Red is my favorite color. So here are the dies that go with this. And these ones here, that's what this one cuts out. So I did one in soft suede and one in white and I am not a geometric person, so I'll have to play with this to see what I do to make this pretty. Then there's a die for well, you know what? I'm going to show you. Seeing is believing. So we'll move this and this and this. So I stamped the pots in Smoky Slate, Misty Moonlight. Let's see here. And you know what, guys? I know I'm live and I know you guys are chatting. I can't multitask. It just doesn't work very well. I didn't even bother trying. My laptop is sitting beside me, closed. I just want to talk with you as if you're right in front of me and I don't want to be looking sideways to see who's chatting. And maybe that goes against all the rules for live videos, but I hope that you chat with each other. Okay, because the connecting is with me, but also with everyone else who's watching. So let us know where you're from, what the weather's like, what you've been stamping with, all those fun things. So basic gray, cinnamon cider, misty moonlight, and smoky slate. Then I did the tulip leaves in, let's have a look. That's granny apple green. And this is old olive. The watering can is in basic gray. And the boots are in Bumblebee. And the boots are in honor of the story Sarah's, I think it's called Sarah's Boots or Sarah's Yellow Boots. It is a wonderful, wonderful kid story. If you've never read it, look it up. I've got the tulips in real red, and I have the daisies in Bumblebee, okay? And then, take a look. Doesn't that just cheer you up, seeing that? Here I've stamped them all, and I did the boots in real red and in Misty Moonlight as well. And then here are the little seed packets. And I'm thinking you could color in that flower would be really pretty. And then all the words, really nice. I thought one of the reasons I picked this set is every storm that comes also ends. You know, we've been going through a lot of storms in life in the last 3 years, every one of us through COVID, some more radically than others. And it will come to an end. Rain or shine, I'm here for you. Now, if I remember, I'm going to show you something really cool with Stamparatus that will work with that saying. And also with the tulips. I've got so much to share today. I don't know if I'll remember it all. I haven't written anything down. I was just, as I was stamping, I thought, oh, there's this possibility, there's that possibility. So let's see what we're going to do. First, we're going to make a card. And since I have no idea what I'm doing, I stuck with white. I've got this layer and this layer that I've cut out from the Ornate Layers dies. I was going to show them to you. Oh yeah, here they are. Wonderful. Here are the Ornate Layers dies. I've been a little obsessed with these lately. They're fantastic, and there's lots of different shapes. These long ones are great for making those slimline cards that are so much fun. And yeah, so lots and lots of dies here, and they're really, really pretty. So I hope to be making more with that. I might use a background of this Marblicious paper. I'm not sure yet. We'll see when we... You can get this for free with a $60 purchase, by the way. Stampin' Up! Has a sale going on right now till the end of February. That's called Celebration. And with every $60 purchase, you can get something free. Okay, I have a white card base. Just going to fold that in half. And then I also grabbed little note cards and envelopes. So this is like a small card, but it's big enough. I think it's 3x4. It will still go in the mail. So these are kind of handy just to have because you want a quick card. So a few things. I want to show you. I'm going to stamp something. The boots, actually. We're going to stamp the boots. And I want to show you two things. I'm going to stamp them on white, plain white, and I'm going to stamp them on shimmery white. And then we're going to do something, and I'm going to show you what the difference is, and you can tell me what your favorite is. Oh, I forgot to show you one more thing. There is a die in there that cuts the little gardening tool. Trowel? No, it's not a trowel. Oh, God. It's a little rake. I can't believe I just used the Lord's name in vain. Sorry. Goodness, I meant to say. I hardly ever do that. Where that came from, I don't know. Devil, get behind me. Anyway, I don't know the name of this little garden tool, so let me know. It's a little mini rake, I guess. I'm thinking of the Dutch word, and that's hoddock, but a hoddock is also like a big rake, so I don't know. Okay, boots we have, and let's do them in real red. Okay, so I'm going to ink it up, tap, 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 and I'm going to do one at a time. So here we go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to do the 5 count, and just because it gives time for the ink to transfer. Now look at this. I'm going to use a blender pen, and I just want to spread that ink around. And it just makes it look a little bit brighter. And I like to pull it into that white section, just so that it's not so stark. Now you want to do this quite quickly after you've stamped. See, I'm just going to go in here just to get my white less white. And then I'll do the rest. So basically the blender pen is a naked marker and it picks up your ink. And I just like the look of that. I like the fact that it looks a little softer and a little bit brighter. So that's a simple trick that you can do with your blender pen. Blender pens are also so that it saves you from having to buy all the markers. You can just take your ink, watch this, tap it on here. See, now I have a little bit of red ink on here. You can pick that up. See, and if I want this to be a little bit darker, see, oh, I don't know if I'm ruining it now, but if I want that just to be a bit more or less shaded, I can do that. Anyway, my boots are looking a little there. So you can make this into whatever you want. I'm not doing a great job, I'll admit that right now. But I just wanted to show you that you can use your blender pen as a marker. And my blender pen has something stuck to it. There we go. Anyway, here's my boots. Now we're going to stamp them and see the difference. I have a piece of shimmery white here, and we're going to do the boots again. Tap, tap, tap. Stamp 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I have a water pen. Shimmery white allows you to use with water. So I'm just going to squeeze. There's a little spot here where you squeeze. And do I have any water in here? I do. Okay, good. All right, watch this. I'm going to get a watercolor look. And I love that. So it totally changes everything. And I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to add anything. The shading will just kind of happen naturally. See, I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm just going over the whole rain boot with water. It's like those little books that you get for kids where they just have to paint with water and then they get this amazing look. Isn't that cool? I love that. It looks like I painted some beautiful boots and I didn't do anything. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to make our card. Okay, so I have a basic white thick card. And I'm going to use my bone folder just to give it a press. Now I have to pick a color. And since I have the yellow, I might use either yellow or blue. Let's see, not that blue. Or gray. I kind of like the gray too for gray clouds. Okay, those are the three choices I'm going to go with. And I'm going to cut them all three at the same time. With paper, you can do that, this thin paper. Paper trimmer. If you do not have a paper trimmer in your arsenal, this is the best way to cut paper. So I'm going to cut it at, I kind of want this fun shaded piece in there. Okay, they're all different. Do you see that? I probably went too quickly. I'm going to cover my whole card front. So I'm going to measure it at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. There. And then I can use those scraps for something else, maybe. And now I'm just going to lay out my pieces. That's usually what I do. I don't commit right away. So I'm going to just lay this on here. And I'll put the gray. Well, actually, you know what? I don't even have to put it on the white card. I know it's going to go cover that whole white card. So I'm just going to lay them all beside each other here. And then maybe one is going to have like so. And the other one is going to have. See this, if I use this big one, there's hardly anything showing. So I don't think I'm going to use that one. It's too big for this card. It would be nice for something else. All right, now the yellow. And then I wasn't sure if I would like the, see how cute that is? It just goes right on top, like so. And then the red tulips. Oh yeah, I was going to show you something else. I better do this before I forget. Oh, let's see. Yeah, like so. It's looking quite nice, isn't it? And then, oh my word, I can't decide. It's so pretty. Let's have a look. What about a gray? I don't have another set of tulips cut out, but look, you can do that. Or the pot with the tulips. Oh, I kind of like this one though. Although let's look at it on gray. Otherwise it might be too much yellow. Oh yeah, I love it on the gray. Okay. All right, I'm not going to get carried away. Let's finish the card and then I'll show you my tricks. Because I'm pretty excited about it. All right, we're going to use some liquid glue. There you go. Yeah, I must say it feels so good to be able to play again. Not that I wasn't playing in Holland. I don't know what it is. I was in a funk, I have to admit. It was so great in Holland. I had COVID in December. I was sick for 2 weeks with a cold. That wasn't COVID, but it was bad. And it just saps your energy and some of your joy. So I'm getting my mojo back and it feels great. Okay, so I have that. Then I'm going to put this on. I'm going to put this on flat because I'm going to be popping up my boots and all that other stuff. So, and I might not even put a sentiment on the outside. I might leave that for the inside. I don't know yet. But I do find it a great help to stamp a bunch of stuff in a bunch of different colors, cut a bunch of stuff out, and then have it in a little bag in your stamp set so that when you're ready to create, it's not a lot of work. Okay. I have some dimensionals. And we'll put those on here. You don't need that many. I'm only going to put one at the top here. And I have to say one thing that I really love about this stamp set. So that's going to go like so. can't remember what else I have going here. Okay, is that, see how these tulip leaves, there's no white piece at the end. So they go right in here and there's no white piece. So they really, the designers really thought about that. And I wasn't sure if I wanted Old Olive or the brighter, I think I'm going to go with the brighter green. Yeah. And yeah, that's good. So now we're going to just put 2 dimensionals on there as well. One, oh, I'm getting things stuck. That's not good. Okay. It seems to have been a week of mistakes for me. I made moussaka last night, which is absolutely delicious. But when I was making the bechamel sauce for the top, I forgot to add the eggs. So I did just 2. I made first a layer without the eggs, and then I made a better one, and I laid it on top, and it worked. So lemons from lemonade, people. And I think it's nice. Let's see. I think it's nice because I had my kids over last night for supper, and so my daughter-in-law too. I think it's really good when your kids and your in-laws see that you also screw up, because I remember being intimidated when I was a young cook by my mother-in-law and when my parents came over, because I didn't know a whole lot. And mind you, we didn't have the internet back then, but it's nice to see, for them to see that you also make mistakes and how to recover from them. There, look how cute that is. Really pretty. And now we could put a little sentiment here. I'm debating whether or not to put my little trowel there at the bottom. And maybe the trowel, well, it looks kind of cute there, doesn't it? I'm going to just, I should use my sponge trick. And you know what? I'm going to. So sponges, silicone mat, and then a little bit of adhesive. I mean, well, you know, liquid glue. Take your sponge out of the bag. It's really important to keep your glue sponges in the bag. Flatten out the glue. And then make sure you've got, there's always a good side and a bad side with a die cut. And this is the bad side. The good side has a little bit of detail. So there we go. I've got my adhesive. Move this out of the way. And I forget now how I was going to do this. Oh yeah, the trowel. There we go. There. That looks kind of cute. And now the saying. So now we need a saying. Oh, you know what? I'm going to show you. I'm going to do the rain or shine with the Stamparatus and the trick. Okay. This is really good. So I have my Stamparatus. I need a piece of white. I thought I had a piece of white here. I knew I did. I do. This is way too big, but that's okay. I'm going to lay it here. Tight into the corner. There. And let's have a look. So rain or shine, I'm here for you. Of course, it's not in here. Here we go. And I'm going to lay it here at the top. Like so. It's very sticky. Close it up. It doesn't really matter if it's straight or not because I'm going to be cutting it. Although maybe it does matter. Let's have a look. There's grid lines. Yep, it's good. I did a good job. Okay, now this is super important for you to be able to see. So let me zoom in a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I want to see this better. I'm going to put some paper underneath here. I still can't see. Gosh, you know what? You know you're getting old when. We need markers. So I'm going to use a red marker. And I've got crushed curry. I should be using Bumblebee, but I'm not. Blue, actually. And I'm going to use Pacific Point because it's bright. So for the rain, I'm going to do it in blue. Can you see that? Yeah, I didn't zoom in. And once you've done it, then it'll stay a little bit blue. I don't want that little piece on there. Although don't worry about it too much. Don't worry about perfection too much. Oh, well, as I've said that. Okay. Rain. See, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but the idea is I want to show you something. Okay. And my patience level is notoriously low. Oh, and this one looks like this one is dry. That's not good. So that's why it's a good idea to use your, oh, you know what? I'm using the fine tip. The fine tips, I have to be totally honest with our Stampin' Write markers. I buy them only for the brush tip. I find that the fine tips dry out really quickly. Now, apparently there is a trick to re-ink them with your re-inkers. So if anybody knows that trick, please share here in the group thing. I was freaking out for a minute because the wide tip doesn't dry out at all. Like, our markers are good for that. And I buy them just for this. I don't color with them. I just color on my stamps. And blends do not work for coloring on your stamps. Okay, so now I have that. Well, that didn't look, that's not so great. But that's why I'm using the Stamparatus, so that I can do it again and again till I have the right concentration of color. So now I've got rain or shine. Now I'm going to grab a black marker, if I can find it. Yes, 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 yes. It's so nice having things close on hand. So I'm going to do the or in between there, and I'm holding the brush tip like slightly on an angle, like horizontally. That works the best for inking. And then it doesn't hurt if you're to do some healthy huffing. And I'll tell you what healthy huffing is. You go, so you just breathe some hot air on it. Oh no. I turned my phone on Do Not Disturb, I swear. There. It didn't do it. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and I chose it for an hour and then I hit OK. And it just didn't do it. So we'll see how persistent Gerard is. Last time he kept calling, remember? Poor guy. We haven't talked yet this morning. We usually talk first thing, and he had a meeting. So I should have texted him to let him know. Okay, now look at this. This is pretty cool. See? So I've got rain or shine, I'm here for you. So that's exactly what I want for this card. And I could use a stitched rectangle die, but I don't have them handy, so I'm just going to use my paper trimmer. Oops. And cut. So there we go. And here, moving a little bit. And I'm going to cut it over here like so. And then I think, let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's so lovely. I'm so happy with that. Okay, I don't know if I want to turn it into a banner or not. Let's have a look. These are the only scissors I can find right handy. Oh, and guess what? It's got a piece of tape on it. Here. There. Someone's just picking up a parcel from my tote, and I'm like, oh, Jackie, I really, really hope you remember to do it and put it in there. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly how I want it to be. It's really cute. So all I'm going to do is put one dimensional here and a little bit of liquid adhesive here. And then I want to show you one more thing with the tulips with the same trick. And there. That's adorable. I'm quite pleased. Let's have a look. Yeah, isn't that cute? Yeah, I really, 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 really like that. And I absolutely adore how it worked with the watercolor, with the water painter. Okay, last thing. Grab my Stamparatus again. And here, you can also, yeah, this is, I could keep going. You know, I have work to do. I have to write a blog yet today. I have to design cards for my design team. I wanted to show you how you could use masking, but you know what? That's going to be another day. You just can't do it all in one day. All right, what do I need? I need tulips. I need my stamp set. I moved my stamp set. Oh, here it is. Good. All right, tulips. And I didn't even use the little guy. Well, you know what? Maybe I can show you something simple. I'm being a squirrel. Okay, stop, Jackie. Piece of white. And the tulips. And so if you want a bouquet of tulips and you don't want them all the same color, then look at this. Here, Move that out of the way. We've got the red marker. And I can't really see what I'm doing, so I guess there's going to be two reds beside each other. I want to do this in an easy way. You don't want this to be difficult. I'm a big fan of easy stamping and easy cards. I like fancy ones, but only if they're not too difficult to do. Because my theory is if that as a card is too hard to make, then you're not going to send it away. You're going to keep it. You're going to hoard it. Okay, and I want another color. I want 3 colors. I'm looking for Calypso Coral. Ah, I got it. Good, 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 good. Okay. It's amazing the things that make a person happy. There. And if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. I'm really happy with the way it's growing. It was a long, tough slog to keep going with YouTube. But there are people that aren't on Facebook, so that's why I do it to both platforms. I hope no one feels like I'm leaving them out. Let's see. Oh, look, isn't that pretty? So now we have a bunch of tulips all in different colors. So I'll cut that out later and I'll turn it into a card. Yeah. Well, you know what? We're busy now anyway. I'm so proud of Gerard that he didn't keep trying to call. Okay, so I have the flower pot, and we're going to do a technique called masking. And I'm just going to put it. Oh, you know what? You don't want to stamp close to your hinge. So I'm turning my card around so that this is the bottom of the card, and I want to put the pot about here. I don't really know what I'm doing, but that's okay. This is playing, and it's just a card. Okay, if I waste it, that's okay. It's just one card, and we learn through play. All right, I need some, okay, cinnamon cider. And you know what? We might not even have to mask. With the Stamparatus, see, so normally what you would do is, see, I have my stamp. Then I would stamp this on a sticky note and then trim it right down. I'll do one on the other side of the card and we can see the difference. So here it is. I'm going to put a little bit of temporary adhesive on here. And I'm going to lay it right over top. And I'm leaving a little bit of a line. You'll see that little brown line. And now we're going to take the leaves. Oh, they're not on here either. There we go. And I'm going to lay them right kind of a little bit over top of my flower pot. And you know what? We're going to do Granny Apple Green again. It's just such a lovely, oh, that's what I have to do here. And then make sure we tuck the card right tight into the corner again. It's a bit of a tedious process, but super important. Tap, tap, tap. And there we go. I should have went a little bit lower, but I didn't. So we're not going to stress about it. So what I'm going to do, since I didn't go lower, well, here, I'll peel this off. Oh, look, it's perfect. Well, it's not perfect. I'm just going to take my blender pen and pull this down a bit. And I'm going to pick up a little ink from here and there, fill in my gap. There, beautiful. And now we're going to take the tulips and lay them on top. Move this away. And you know what? We're going to turn it around this way now. I just think that's better. And, oh, that's not good either. It's too close to the edge. We're going to do it this way. And lay them on. There. Move this off. Close it up. And now it looks like a bit of a watercolor painting. Now we're going to use our markers again. And see, because I did it already, I have a bit of an idea of how this is going to look. So here's the coral. And this one was coral, I think. If not, that's okay. Maybe it was red. And bumblebee. No, it's not bumblebee. This is crushed curry. and then real red. But you see how easy this is? And then because it's been a little while since I did my first tulips, I'm going to do a bit of healthy huffing to just moisten the ink. So I'll go, and then here we go. Oh my word, how cute is that? Now this red one looks like it's missing a little bit, so I'm just going to go in again. Oops, not with the fine tip, with the big one. Actually, I think it's designed to be that way. But there we go. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, isn't that beautiful? So here's the card. Now we're going to say something on the top. This is going to be a super easy card, okay? Just to show you, no die cutting. Well, the pot. You could fussy cut the pot too. I just want to put some words on here. Here. Our friendship is naturally beautiful. There we go. Don't forget to comment to win that mouse pad. Now I'm just going to look on here to see if it's straight, and it's not. So I'm just going to move it a little bit. That looks better. And I think we'll use, do I have my basic black? Yeah, I do. We're going to use black. And there we go. They call this a SIP card, stamps, ink, and paper. No, I don't think it moved at all, so I'm going to do it again. There. Well, how about that? There we have a super simple card. You could add with a blends, you could make a little bit of a bottom thing. Let's see, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab some basic gray here. And I just don't want my flower pot floating there. So I'm just going to pick some ink up. And even though this is plain white paper, you can use a little bit of water. I'm making a wash, but you can't go back and forth. You just have to be quick about it. There. Now it looks natural. The pot's sitting outside in the sun. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. I've got a mess to clean up here because I have a whole pile of open ink pads. Here is the mouse pad. Isn't it gorgeous? I know, it makes me happy just looking at it. This is the same logo that's on my suitcase that I got as a prize for being number something in Canada. And, you know, it just makes me happy every time I see it. So I hope that if you're watching and you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator, either in Canada or in Europe. If you live in the States or Australia or New Zealand, then I can't sell to you, but I can sell tutorials. So please do check out my blog, thepamperedstamper.com, and look at my tutorial store. Or you can join my training group or Prime Time. So there's lots of fun to be had with the Pampered Stamper, and I'm just really happy that you were with me today. Have a super day, and happy stamping. Oops, that's not good. I need to stop.